Kanye West says he regrets life and heartbreaking admissions as fans air concern. When a street interviewer in Japan asked Kanye West about a fashion trend he regretted participating in, nobody expected the answer that would send shockwaves through social media and leave millions of fans deeply worried about the rapper's mental state. The 48-year-old music icon didn't mention baggy jeans, oversized hoodies, or any of the countless style choices he's experimented with over his decades-long career. Instead, after a brief pause and with a serious expression that seemed to carry the weight of the world, Kanye simply responded with one devastating word: life. That single-syllable answer has sparked an avalanche of concerned comments from fans who believe the artist formerly known as Kanye West is crying out for help. The brief street interview, conducted by TikToker mystery fashionist who has nearly 300,000 followers, was meant to be a light-hearted chat about fashion and style. But what started as a casual conversation about clothing quickly transformed into something far more troubling, offering a rare and unfiltered glimpse into the troubled mind of one of hip-hop's most controversial and complicated figures. The encounter took place on the streets of Japan, where Kanye has been spending time recently. Mystery fashionist, run by interviewer Ajay Porter and filmed by a collaborator, approaches stylish people on the street to ask them about their outfits and fashion choices. When they spotted Kanye, they seized the opportunity to get his thoughts on his look. The rapper introduced himself as Ye from Chi, a reference to Chicago where he grew up and the shortened name he legally changed to in 2021. When asked to rate his outfit, Kanye responded with characteristic confidence, saying it's always 10 out of 10. He pointed to his original Yeezy 950 boots, the footwear line he created that became a cultural phenomenon and made him a billionaire before his business partnerships imploded following a series of controversies. He explained that the rest of his clothes, a pair of jeans with a matching shirt and a leather jacket, came from a pop-up shop he had visited earlier in the day. Everything seemed relatively normal up to that point, just another celebrity talking about their fashion choices in what should have been a forgettable 30-second clip. Subscribe now and hit that notifications bell icon to stay updated on all the latest celebrity news. And if you value the in-depth coverage we bring you, please consider supporting my health by clicking the Super Thanks option below. Every contribution helps us continue bringing you these important stories. But then came the question that would change the entire tone of the interaction. What's a fashion trend you regret participating in? It's the kind of question that typically elicits amusing responses about past style mistakes, perhaps a confession about wearing Crocs or going through an unfortunate phase with frosted tips. Celebrities usually laugh these questions off, making self-deprecating jokes about their fashion evolution and the embarrassing choices immortalized in old photographs. But Kanye's response was anything but lighthearted. After that brief pause where you could almost see him considering the question, processing it in real time, he delivered his answer with a tone that suggested he wasn't joking at all. Life. The single word hung in the air, heavy with implications that went far beyond fashion. The interview ended immediately after that, with no follow-up questions and no opportunity for Kanye to clarify or elaborate on what he meant. The TikTok clip quickly went viral, racking up millions of views as fans and concerned observers tried to make sense of what they had just witnessed. The comments section of the TikTok post became flooded with worried reactions from fans who noticed something was off about Kanye's demeanor and response. One person commented that he looked different, picking up on something in his appearance or energy that seemed changed from how they remembered him. Another wrote about how he sounded so sad, noting the melancholy tone in his voice that was impossible to ignore. A third fan simply stated that Ye looked tired, perhaps referring to more than just physical exhaustion but a deeper weariness with life itself. Someone else observed that he didn't even sound the same anymore, suggesting that the voice of the confident, brash rapper who once declared himself a god had been replaced by someone far more subdued and defeated. One fan tried to relate to Kanye's response, writing that he ain't lying because life is rough out here, attempting to find common ground in the universal struggles everyone faces. But most comments reflected genuine concern rather than relatability. One TikTok user said they almost thought it wasn't really Kanye until he answered live, suggesting that the response was so characteristically dark and troubled that it confirmed his identity in a way his appearance alone might not have. Another person wrote that they were sending Ye love and healing, recognizing that whatever he's going through requires more than just fan support but actual help and intervention. The collective response from fans demonstrates that this wasn't just another quirky Kanye moment or an edgy statement designed to generate headlines. People genuinely believe something is seriously wrong, and his brief comment about regretting life has crystallized fears that have been building for years as they've watched his increasingly erratic behavior and troubling statements. This isn't the first time Kanye has made his fans worried, and in fact, concerning behavior has become something of a pattern over recent years. His outbursts have included numerous rants against his ex-wife Kim Kardashian, attacking her dating life and questioning her parenting styles in very public forums including social media posts and interviews. He's released controversial music that has alienated portions of his fan base and sparked debates about artistic freedom versus harmful content. Most seriously, he's made a series of anti-Semitic remarks that resulted in the loss of major business partnerships, including his lucrative deal with Adidas that was worth billions of dollars. These comments weren't subtle dog whistles but explicit statements that promoted harmful stereotypes and conspiracy theories, leading to widespread condemnation from Jewish organizations, celebrities, and the general public. There have also been persistent concerns about the nature of his relationship with his current wife, Bianca Censori, with whom he married in a private ceremony. Reports have emerged about a list of harsh rules he allegedly has for her, which supposedly control everything from her diet and exercise routines to whether she can get tattoos or develop a tan. Bianca has been photographed numerous times wearing extremely revealing and unconventional outfits that many observers believe reflect Kanye's control over her appearance rather than her own fashion choices. The power dynamic in their relationship has raised red flags among domestic abuse advocates who see troubling patterns in how Kanye appears to dictate so many aspects of Bianca's life and presentation. Some have speculated that she may be isolated from friends and family, though Bianca herself has not publicly expressed any concerns about the relationship. Kanye's sad admission about regretting life comes at an interesting time, shortly after his ex-wife Kim Kardashian opened up about what ultimately ended their marriage. During an appearance on the Call Her Daddy podcast, the reality television star revealed that the final straw that ended her marriage to Kanye was feeling emotionally and financially unsafe. Kim, now 44 years old and a mother to their 4 children, described how she constantly felt on edge due to Kanye's erratic behavior. She cited specific examples, including an incident where he allegedly gave away 5 of their Lamborghinis during what she described as a mental health episode. The unpredictability of his actions and the instability it created in their household became unbearable for Kim, who eventually filed for divorce, which became official in 2022. Speaking candidly on the podcast, Kim told host Alex Cooper that you never know what you're going to get when you wake up, describing this as a really unsettling feeling. When asked directly what the final straw was in her decision to end the marriage, Kim pointed to a lack of stability as a major factor. The constant chaos and unpredictability made it impossible for her to feel secure in the relationship or in their family life. Despite the difficult divorce and the very public nature of their split, Kim emphasized that she and Kanye now maintain what she describes as a great healthy relationship for the sake of their 4 children. They share North, who is 12 years old, 9-year-old Saint, Chicago who is 7, and 6-year-old Sam. Co-parenting with someone as unpredictable as Kanye has undoubtedly presented challenges, but Kim has consistently prioritized protecting her children from the public drama surrounding their father. Kim and Kanye's relationship was also severely strained by his tendency to air out personal matters publicly. Kim alluded to the time when Kanye publicly revealed during a campaign rally for his brief presidential run that they had considered having an abortion after falling pregnant with their first child, North. This extremely private and sensitive information was something Kim never wanted made public, and Kanye's decision to share it with a crowd of strangers and television cameras represented a profound betrayal of trust. Kim explained that she didn't like the feeling of someone talking badly about her kids, grandmother, aunts, and other family members.